Hey everyone, welcome back to the Movie Studio, and today I'm here with a brand new video for you guys. Me and my parents are doing a best and worst roundtable for none other than board games, and I have a list of our top 10, and we have some mentions and some games we don't really like, so thanks for joining me. So, pretty much I'm going to grab a board game, and we are going to give our score in at 1 through 5, and I'll explain a little bit about the game, and then we'll do that, and then we'll just like kind of see where we follow, and then we'll do that for each of them. So first up, we have King Domino. So King Domino is a strategy game. Pretty much, you are building a you are on the back here. You are building a map, and you are using your tower pieces to move around and build with the tile pieces. And you can explain a little bit more why you like it.
Yeah, it's building a kingdom. It's pretty sweet. You get points for interlocking and things like that. It's an amazing game.
Yeah, and it has a good amount of strategy, I think, too. So like everyone, you're pretty much and then like for instance, like you flip the tiles over, and wherever your piece is, you get that piece, and you're kind of requesting which tile you want. To make it like, and you want like the tiles to be like a match, and you get like certain crowns. Like some of them have crowns, like typically like the black ones with like the gold in them have crowns. In things like just like plain yellow don't have crowns. I think it just depends.
What I love about this game is it takes about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
2 to 4 players.
So I think we all gave it 5s.
Yes, it's an amazing game.
I think our favorite game out of all of them, correct?
Could be.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Okay, so we have Azul. This one is similar to King Domino in the way that you have a board, and pretty much you're moving it around, and you're using the tiles. You're using the tiles in the middle to create what is on your board. So like, there's a lot of like different boards in here, and like they're all like different like symbols, and you're trying to collect them. So what you can explain a little bit more.
Well, it's again another 2 to 4 person game. Takes about 30 minutes, maybe a little bit more to play. It's tile-based game. It's creating designs, and it's a great game. It really is.
And we played this more in the past, but it's still a very fun game, and we all gave it a 5.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Fun game.
Awesome.
Okay, so next up we have Settlers of Catan. We do not have it here right now currently, but pretty much it is. I haven't really played it often. You can probably explain it more, you guys.
It is. Gosh, it's been a while. It's a civilization-based game where you're building a civilization and building like roads, right?
Yeah, you're collecting things, right?
Yeah, you're collecting wood and collecting
different things.
And that takes a while. I think it's more like an hour to an hour and a half game. And I think we have the expansion, which takes it up to 6 people, I think.
Yes.
Now, there are other expansions where you can do boats and knights and all kinds of stuff, pirates and all that stuff. So it's just an amazing game.
Lots of fun.
I give it a 4. You get a 5, and you give it a 5, so it is 14 points out of 15. We have Ticket to Ride, which is similar to Settlers in Catan in the way that you're building stuff, and this one's more like a railroad, and you have to build railroads, and you have to collect paths in order to build your railroad on, and you're trying to get the most paths.
Yeah, the longest path.
The longest path. So I think that this is a pretty fun game. I mean, I enjoyed this. I play this more than Settlers of Catan. And we all gave it a 4.
4.
Do you like this game?
I do. It's really fun.
I do too. And this one also has a lot of expansions,
Yes.
different versions of it. So
And how long does this one take to play?
yeah, it's been a while since we played it.
30 to 60.
Yeah.
It's a longer.
Yeah.
Up to 8 people, though.
Yeah, which is cool.
Well, yeah. So we have Quirkle.
Now, this is a tile-based game.
And this one is, I think, more kid-friendly. I think that kids would really like this game. It's a lot of you're trying to match up. You're trying to get like 5 you're trying to get 6 in a row of the same either color or shape, and you're like building like a board, and you're just trying to collect the most Quirkles, and it's 6 points each, and you get 12 if you make a double. So you're just kind of collecting all your points together, and you're making like pretty much just like a tile board that has like the same shapes and patterns through.
And that one's fun too. I don't know how many minutes.
I mean,
I'd say it's about a half an hour.
Yeah,
It's a
probably
big
half
guess.
hour.
Maybe no more than that.
Yeah.
and I give it a 3, you give it a 4, and you give it
I gave it a 4.
So that is up to
11.
11.
Okay.
Yep. Fun game.
So we have next up we have Blockes. And this one, I think it's a fun game. You're pretty much grabbing little pieces and you're building on the board. But I think that I like the board. It's not my favorite game though. What do you guys think?
It's kind of a puzzle game. So you're kind of trying to fit all of your pieces in to win the game.
Yeah, and blocking the other person
Yes.
from getting your area of the board. I think it's a fantastic
So each
game.
person gets a color, and you kind of work at a corner and start building in.
Yeah, it's 2 to 4 players. I don't know if it has a time on it, but it's definitely 2 to 4 players.
Yes, it is.
And all of these games that we've mentioned so far has won a lot of awards. So they're some of the best games of the year. So
Yep.
So you gave it
I gave it a 4.
I give it a 3.
And I gave it a 3.
Okay.
So that would be 10.
10.
Okay, next up we have Scrabble. Now this game brings back some memories because it's a game that I think everyone can enjoy playing because it's a strategy game, but it's also like different, like King Domino, for instance. It's like word games, and you're pretty much just building words on a board. I think that's pretty fun for all ages, and specifically, I like playing it with my grandma. She enjoyed playing it. And I think that it's a pretty fun game, and there's also like double letter scores and triple word scores. This one we have is I think the classic.
It's a collector's edition.
Collector's edition, yeah. What do you think of this game? I know you're maybe not as familiar with it.
Uh-oh. You don't know
I'm
your
like
dad very well.
champion of this game.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because he cheats.
I
No,
beat
I'm
my
just
dad. I beat your mom.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, I love this game. I gave it a 4.
I gave mine at a 4 as well.
I give it a 3.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
So that is 11.
11.
Yep.
We have
Definitely a classic board game.
Clue. We have Clue, and this is pretty much all versions of Clue. There's like tons of different versions. There's like a Harry Potter one, I know. There's a Riverdale one, and you're pretty much just solving a mystery. Pretty much, it's pretty much the gist of it. There's a lot of different editions, like I said, and you're just kind of like working together with the clues and everything to make it.
It's a fun, classic game.
And there's a different person every time who's like behind it, and you have to solve it.
Random location, random item, and a random person.
Yep.
So
Fun stuff.
it's a whodunit.
So I give it a 4.
I gave it a 3.
And I gave it a 3.
Very good.
So that is 11.
Nope,
or
that
10.
it would be
10.
a 10.
Okay. We have Codenames, which is not here right now, and we have a
Where Codenames went?
we have
Yeah, right
a
here's Codenames.
okay. We have this one is mainly meant it's funner with more people. You're
Yeah,
pretty
it's
much,
definitely a big group
You're
game.
pretty much just giving it a lot of. You're pretty much just solving clues.
Guessing back and forth.
Yeah. I think it's pretty fun. Family game.
It is a fun game, but you have to have more people.
Yes.
It really, 3 people can't do it because you have 2 teams and you're kind of competing against each other.
Really, 6 people would be.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I gave it a 2. We don't get to play it that often. If we're in a group setting, it would be fun to play though.
I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 4.
Okay.
So we have 9.
Okay.
Okay. And then just one, which is not here right now.
And that won Game of the Year 2 years ago for that German game company, Der Spiel. So, yeah.
This one, I know that it doesn't have as much strategy, which I know that you're not as big of a fan of because of that reason. But I think that it's still a fun game. It's like just a different type of game than like King Domino and Azul right here.
Well, and Just One is a collaborative game. You're working together to get to a certain score. And I like that part of the game.
I do too. Yeah.
So I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 3.
And I gave it a 2.
So
Okay,
that's a
there you
total of
go.
8.
8. Very good.
Okay, so we have some honorable mentions before we get to our considered worst games. So we have, for me, I have these 2 right here. I have Exploding Kittens,
The kitten just exploded.
and I have this is pretty much just like you have like different powers and stuff like that. And then we have Color Brain, and this is like Disney trivia pretty much. You're just solving, and you have color cards that just color things. So what's yours?
My honorable mention is Risk. Specifically, Lord of the Rings Risk. I have fond memories of spending hours upon hours playing that game. And then I also have Game of Thrones Risk that I have not played, but I want to play.
What about you?
I really like word games. So Scrabble's a really big one for me. So another word game that I've always liked playing is Boggle. So
That's a good game.
yep, lots of fun.
For our worst ones, we have a lot of people like it, but Monopoly isn't as much of our favorite game, and you can explain why probably.
I don't like it at all. It's a freaking nightmare to play
And
it.
sometimes it takes forever to finish.
This
so
one specifically the Cheaters Edition,
Yeah.
which we got.
Yeah,
from
we
my
got
brother.
this for Jacob.
yeah, just for fun, and I don't think it's ever been played.
No.
But I think actually what tops that is probably as a worst game for me is the game of life.
Yeah, that also.
That's just awful.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was great as a kid, but as an adult, I mean, there's no strategy, no.
Yeah, it's a completely random game.
It's not like real life at all.
No.
And then we have Queen Domino.
So Queen Domino is a revision of King Domino with some more complex rules. And we didn't care for this as much. We liked the original game.
I thought it just was a little more complicated.
Yeah.
Complicated rules.
And maybe when we play it more, I mean, we're basing it on King Domino because we loved it so much. Because it is once again a 2 to 4 person game, and it's under a half hour play as well.
And King Domino is also more of a classic, and this one's more of an expansion. I still think that it's like fun. It has more of a royalty aspect, if you can say it, that more than King Domino.
Both good games though.
So, the ones that won Game of the Year, a lot of them did. From what I can remember, we bought King Domino for Game of the Year, we bought Azul for Game of the Year, and then we bought just one for the Game of the Year. Are there any other ones that we bought just specifically for that reason?
Settlers of Catan won and Blockus won also.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if Quirkle won or not. I don't know if that won.
No, I don't.
It
think
won some awards, but I don't think it
Yeah.
won the.
Yeah, it wasn't the.
And Ticket to Ride also did. Yes.
Yeah, Ticket to Ride did.
So we have our overall scores are we have King Domino and Azul, which are our top 2 and are tied. And Dad's bringing over a few more board games.
So for Christmas, we got some board games that we haven't played yet. For this one, these are all ones that were either winner or runner-up. I think most of them were runner-ups this year. Cartographers, which is like a map drawing game. The Crew, which is a science fiction card game. And My City, which is another civilization type of game. So we're looking forward to playing those 3 games sometime in the near future.
Eventually.
Yep.
So King Domino is a win for us, and Monopoly loses for us.
Absolutely. So King Domino and Azul won,
Yep.
right? Those are our 2 favorite games.
Definitely.
Yes. So that's going to be the end of this video. So you can like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications, and never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and bye.
Bye.